how you doing there? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar, and welcome to another guitar lesson. Today we're going to be learning the amazing and the beautiful Beatles classic Blackbird. This is an acoustic tune that everybody needs to know. It's just something that, it's just classic. You need to have it into your guitar repertoire if you're not at like a total beginner level, of course, because that'll be too hard. But if you've been playing for like 6 months or so, this is a cool tune to kind of just get your fingers around, just to get those fingers moving and also get that right hand popping. So lots of fun stuff to learn in this tune. Can't wait to show it to you. So before we get into the lesson, I just want to tell you kind of how we're going to be learning it. So the song has a lot of different parts that are moving around. It's actually 4 parts, and I'm going to be showing you kind of those main 4 parts and how they're connected, but I'm not going to be showing you like exactly A, B, C, D, E, right? I'm going to be showing you the pieces and kind of how they connect, and then I want you to go, watch Paul and try to play along with him once you've got those pieces under your fingers. It'll be really easy to do that once you just know the pieces, right? You'll hear it right away and see it. I highly recommend him at Abbey Road Studios. There's a live acoustic thing of him playing it alone. So go watch that after this, just to see his hands. And I'm also going to do a play along at the end too. So you'll see kind of how it all fits together. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that's how we're going to be approaching this lesson. We're going to be learning the 4 different parts. I'm going to show you how they fit together. Before we get into the close-up, one last thing is make sure to go download my picture chord book, 42 pages of chord goodness. You're going to learn all about how to master the fretboard, the notes on the fretboard, all kinds of chords, 1,000 chords. You're going to learn how to move them all around the neck. So a lot of valuable information in there. Go check that out. All right, without further ado, let's get in the close-up and let's learn this Beatles classic. All right, see you there. Bye-bye. All right, so let's do it. So basically, as I said, there's 4 kind of themes that happen, right? So let's just go into the first kind of main thing, which is the main kind of like riff and intro part, okay? So I'm going to play it and then I'm going to explain it to you. So here's that first part, all right? So okay, and that's what he does at that live at all the live shows. That's what he's doing. So every time he's performing it, that's how Paul is playing this today. Okay, so he's starting off on a G, right? So he's barring down, or he's playing the note G, 3rd string, 6th fret, together with the open 2nd string. Okay, so that's how it's starting out. Okay, then we're gonna walk down here to the 1st fret, 2nd string, and play that with the open A. Okay, so that's... And I'm just going to show you the movements first before we get into all that fancy right hand stuff, okay? So, again, that G with the open 2nd string, open A string, fretting down on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and then look how nice this is. So now I'm on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And then that's going to take me into this, which is the 10th fret, 5th string, and 12th fret, 2nd string. So really slowly, 3rd fret with that open 2nd string, open A with the 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 5th string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then I'm going to replace this finger, my middle finger, with my 1st finger. And I'm going to take that over here. Okay, so really slow. I'm leaving my pinky there. You can kind of do like this little slide-in thing. As I'm coming up, I kind of pinch the strings, the 5th and the 2nd string, and slide into that destination. You don't have to do that though. It kind of happens organically as you're making this fast movement. Okay, so if you're not getting that slidey sound, don't worry about it, right? That'll come over time, okay? So you want to get that under your fingers, right? That's lesson number 1 right there, okay? So now let me show you some of the slappy stuff that's going on, which is giving the song its characteristic, right? Its flavor. So okay, so now is where it might get a little bit tricky for you. So what I'm basically doing is after every single one of these pinches, I'm kind of slapping down with my middle finger, with the nail of my middle finger. I'm kind of slapping down on the 3rd, 2nd, maybe the 1st string. Okay, I'm kind of more aiming for the 2nd and 3rd string though, okay? And with my 1st finger, I'm actually kind of muting out that 1st string, okay? So don't worry if you're muting out the 1st string. You really want to keep it kind of tight. So, okay, and now like I had that 4th string ringing too, which is fine. Okay, but you're kind of aiming more for the 2nd and 3rd, okay? So, and that happens on each one of these. So on that G, open A, the B, right, B minor. Okay, and then now comes the new part, right? So let me explain to you now what exactly is happening here. So what I'm doing is I'm pinching the 2nd and the 5th string. So I'm doing a pinch, down, up. And with my middle finger, this is all happening with my middle finger. Paul McCartney actually uses his 1st finger, but for me it's just kind of more organic to use my middle finger to do that little slappy thing, right? So whatever feels better for you, okay? For me, I kind of have more strength in the middle finger, more coordination for whatever reason, all right? So do it however feels better for you. So I'm doing a pinch, down, up, and that's all happening with my middle finger. And I'm trying to kind of not touch the 3rd string so that it can ring when I do that down, up. My pinky is muting out the 1st string, and my 1st finger is muting out the 5th string, okay? So I'm allowing the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th string to ring, okay? That's kind of like my target. If the 4th string would ring, sounds fine, right? But it sounds just more compact if it's the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th string that are ringing, okay? So pinch, down, up. So it's just a little flick down and up. You're gonna have to practice that, right? Getting that flick going. You, again, try with your 1st finger if it's easier for you. So pinch, down, up, and then again, bass, up. Okay, so pinch, down, up, bass, up, and then down. So pinch, down, up. When I say bass, I mean the 5th string. When I say up, I mean the 2nd string, right? And then down is just a flick. So pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Okay? Pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. And you're not aiming for perfection here. It's kind of this fast, kind of slightly sloppy thing that's happening, okay? So don't give yourself a hard time. Just try to get that pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Because that's the groove that's going to be happening over and over again in the tune, okay? So pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. Okay? Again, 2nd and 3rd string are the ones I'm letting ring when I do that flick down and up. Okay, so pinch, down, up, bass, up, down. So all together, we're starting off here. Let me go back into position. I'm playing this, right? Just doing a little flick downwards. Okay, so let me zoom out maybe just a little bit. All right, one more time. Okay, one more time. And in the intro, he does this 4 times, okay? So it's boom, bam, boom, ba, boom, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 Okay. Then the second time around, it goes into it. The intro kind of ends, right? What I'm going to be calling the intro, and then it goes into where the vocals come in, right? So that's the verse. So let's do that whole thing now one more time together, really nice and slowly. So okay. Pinch down, up, bass, up, down. 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 Then, second time around, that thing repeats. Except now you're going to do this only 2 times. Okay, then it's going to move into the next thing. So, when you're playing the intro, he does that thing here 4 times. And then when you move into kind of where the blackbird sitting in the dark of night, it only happens twice. Okay? Okay. So that's the main thing that you're going to want to kind of get under your fingers now. The right hand technique, right? And this kind of main little riff here, that strumming, right? Before you move on. So take some time, practice that a little bit, because that's a reoccurring theme, and that's really the key to getting this tune to sound the way that it sounds and the way that it should sound, right? Okay. So let's move on. So after we get into the vocals, Blackbird, da 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 dee da da, 2 times, right? Then the next thing comes. So again, you're just going to want to remember these shapes, because after you know kind of where the shapes are, there's just going to be a little slap after each one of them. The same as we did here, right? You're going to go. Okay, so it's just this little percussive slap thing that you're doing, you know, and the more you practice it, the more it's going to feel natural to you, and it's just going to kind of start to click. Okay, so let's do the shapes now. So we're starting on the 3rd string, 3rd fret 5th string, and the 5th fret 2nd string. I'm just going to show you the shapes for now. So that's our first shape. And then it goes like this, and that's reoccurring kind of too, thank God. So 3rd fret and 5th fret, 2nd string, 3rd string. 5th string. It's hard to talk and play this. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to switch. So 1st string, 3rd fret, 5th string, 4th fret. Okay. And now the cool thing is that that same shape with the left hand is going to repeat just 2 frets higher up. Lucky for us. Okay. So just kind of remember that shape, right? There's 1 fret in between. And now you're just going to the 1st string and the 5th string. 3rd fret, 4th fret. Okay, so. All right. Okay, so let's put that now together. So let me start off here. So play that 2 times when the vocals come in. Now you're going to go over here. So after you do this, you're going to go over here to the 7th fret, 5th string, and the 8th fret, 2nd string. And here is where that rhythmical theme is going to happen again, the same as we did here. So here now you're going to go. So again, that pinch, down, up, bass, up, down, 2 times. Okay, so. Okay, so one more time. And when I'm doing this flicking here, I'm kind of again trying to have that 2nd and 3rd string ring, the same as we did here. So my first finger and my pinky are kind of muting the 1st string, and my first finger is also muting the 4th string, right? So that's just allowing, when I do this flick, it looks like I'm hitting all the strings, which I am, but I'm really only allowing the 2nd and 3rd one to ring. When you do this one, you're going to have the 1st one ringing too, of course, which is fine. So it's kind of this loose thing that you're going to use your ear to kind of coordinate through, right? But no matter what you do, it'll sound good. Okay, so don't worry if you hit more strings than you want to. It'll sound fine, okay? So just do that flick and see what happens, okay? So. Okay, so again, I was here. I did that boom, pum, 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 pum. one time. Sorry, I said 2 times before, but that happens once. And then I take my first finger and I go back. Okay. So, and I do it again. Okay, so. And now. Okay, so here's the next movement. So here's a shape that we've already seen, right, when we were going up. Except now we're going to play this, and then we're going to go here. Okay, so. Then we're going to end it here. Okay, so. Now the pinky is going to go back. We're almost done. Bear with me, we're almost done. I'm going to repeat it for you, don't worry. Now this whole shape is going to go back. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to play the open A. First fret with my D as the bass now. So again, congratulations, you've completed a big chunk of the tune, okay? So that's a huge chunk there. So let me play the whole thing for you now really slowly without the slaps, just so you can see how it kind of just sits, the shapes themselves, okay? So da 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 da. Da 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 da. 1 fret back. Da 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 da. 5th fret, 7th fret, like we already had once. This is also like we had once when we were going on our way up, right? So again, one that we've already had. Now the pinky slides back. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. D for the bass, and then end. Okay, so really slowly. Okay, so I know this is a lot of information. Watch the video a couple of times. Try to play along slowly. Don't try to add those rhythmical figures in there too soon. First, kind of get a feeling for the shapes. Da 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 da. How long to stay where? Da 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 da. 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 Da 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 da, bam. Okay, so blackbird sitting in the dark of night. Take your da da da. Here it happens again. Here it happens again. Here it happens again. Okay. So once you've got a feeling for, you know, how long you're going to stay where, then you're going to want to start adding in those extra pieces. Okay, so let me show you how that is going to work now, how long you're going to stay where. So 2 times here, right? And then we said just a slap, just a slap, just a slap, just a slap. That little rhythmical figure comes in, first finger goes back, rhythmical figure comes in, just a slap, just a slap, just a slap. No, sorry, here you start playing the rhythmical figure again. So just a slap, rhythm, and now it happens every time. Thank God. Okay, so towards the end there, luckily for you, it happens all the time. But the more you kind of play with this, your ear, if you know the song, will kind of lead you. Okay, so one more time. sorry. Ah. Okay. Okay. So that's a huge chunk right there. Let's move on to the next chunk now. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, so let's move into the next part there. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. It's just there's a lot happening, so it's hard to explain and talk and play and try to also make it clear. So I hope that the way I explained it now made sense. So let's move on now. So after that kind of whole walk down thing where he gets back here, you're gonna end it on the G again, right? So you're gonna go back to the G, play the G, and finish it. And then what he likes to do is just this little musical idea between the vocals. So that's where he kind of stops to sing, and then he just adds a little bit of music without the vocals. So that is just, he comes back here. So let me put that into context for you. So we're coming down, we're ending it. Now he's ended it. And then he goes. So after he ends it, he just goes back here for this quick little walk down again. Okay, so again, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Here we're going to stay 2 times. Then we're going to go, so here, that little rhythmical thing happens again. So here it's hit, slap, that rhythmical thing again. Okay, and then he just goes right back into intro mode. Okay, so then after he does that little thing going back, after the first verse, he just goes back into the intro, which kind of creates this little musical space between the vocals and you know, the music. Okay, so then he plays it again, the whole thing, right, as we had it. So 2 times here now only. Except now, the second time around when he ends it, after that second time the vocal comes in, he goes into the last little main musical piece that happens in the tune, right? So, and that's this. Okay, so just so you understand where that comes in, okay? So, he'll be ending it off. Then he goes into this next part, okay? And I know it's confusing. I was also confused learning it. That's why I told you in the intro, just watch him play it, try to play along, and then you'll kind of see how he kind of puts it all together. And he doesn't do the same every time either, you know. So, okay, let's just get into this last main piece, okay? So that's now the 8th and the 10th fret, 2nd string and 5th string. So 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3, 5, 1, 3, and now again that little strumming thing happens. And then he goes into the 3rd fret again, and then again the strumming thing. Okay, so now it comes. Then it repeats. And now instead of going into the 3rd fret again, he does this little walk down again. And then right after he gets back into the G, he goes back up and does the intro. Okay, and then that leads back into the vocals where the verse happens. Okay, so I know this is kind of like a lot, but that's why I'm going to try to play it for you now really slowly so you can just kind of see and watch how all these pieces fit together. Okay, then there's this one ending part where he's ending the song and he just goes, as we already did once, this walk down, right? This part. He just repeats that. And then he ends it. Okay. So I'm going to try to play for you now. Just play it nice and slow so you can get a feeling for how it all fits together. Okay. Okay, I know that it might be a little bit confusing, and I really hope I didn't confuse you. It's just hard to explain. Okay, let's just play. Let's do it. So I'm going to start with the intro and like where the vocals come and everything. All right, so let's just do it. So, intro. 4 times. Okay, Blackbird singing in the dead of night. 2 times now here, right? Again, vocals. Now we're going to go into that next part. Blackbird fly. Now it's like the intro again. Okay, so you're going to have to play with it now, but you have all the pieces, and hopefully this has been fun for you and interesting, and I haven't just confused you. I really hope that. All right, I hope that you like this lesson. Let me know how it goes. I will see you very soon with another lesson. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.